Why everyone hates Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise's controversial antics and perplexing beliefs have made him a polarizing figure in Hollywood, with many stars outright despising him. His over-the-top behavior and unapologetic dedication to Scientology have led several A-listers to publicly sever ties with him. Let's expose the high-profile celebrities who can't stand Tom Cruise and refuse to work with him again. Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were a prominent duo in the entertainment industry until their unexpected and profound separation, which significantly impacted Nicole Kidman's life. The announcement of their split was not only surprising to the public but also to Nicole Kidman, who received the news suddenly. Tom Cruise disclosed the separation to the media with the vague statement, "Nicole knows why." Contrary to this statement, she was unaware of the reason. There has been widespread speculation that the cause was related to Tom Cruise's involvement with Scientology. Although he and the organization have refuted these claims, the split permanently changed her connection with her children. Following the division, her children remained in Los Angeles with their father, while Nicole Kidman returned to Australia, leading to a strained relationship with them. This estrangement was evident as Nicole was notably absent from her adopted children's weddings, with one child specifically not inviting her at Tom Cruise's behest. It's understated to say that Nicole Kidman harbors deep resentment towards Tom Cruise. Katie Holmes. Following his marriage with Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise tied the knot with Katie Holmes, only for their union to end in a similar dissolution. However, this time, Katie Holmes took control of the situation. She meticulously orchestrated the divorce over several months, severing ties with any member of her entourage whom she suspected of having allegiance to Tom Cruise. In her careful planning, she secured a new, undisclosed apartment as a safe haven for herself and her daughter. When everything was set, she used a burner phone to break the news to Tom Cruise. People close to the couple have indicated that he was dumbfounded for days following the revelation. The divorce proceedings ensued, with Katie Holmes being awarded custody of their daughter. Years down the line, insiders suggest that the two have not reconciled. Rumors persist that Tom Cruise has felt a profound sense of betrayal and abandonment following Katie's departure. Conversely, Katie Holmes seemingly harbors no fondness for Tom Cruise, possibly detesting him for what she perceives as him sapping her vitality. John Travolta. John Travolta's animosity towards Tom Cruise is unrivaled, stemming from deep-seated envy and resentment. Both actors are high-profile figures within the Church of Scientology, with John Travolta having been a part of the organization since 1975 and swiftly climbing its ranks. He was considered one of its most influential members, if not the most, for over a decade, until Mimi Rogers introduced her then-husband Tom Cruise to the church. Following his breakthrough role in Top Gun, Tom Cruise not only captivated audiences worldwide, but also quickly became a leading figure within Scientology. This shift led to John Travolta's openly expressed jealousy towards Tom Cruise, culminating in Travolta sending a fervently critical letter to the church's president after Cruise received the Freedom Medal of Valor, a distinction Travolta believed he was more worthy of. Travolta's dissatisfaction with Cruise's prominence in the church is a sentiment echoed by other members, with many voicing agreement with Travolta's perspective. Kirsty Ali. Tom Cruise and Kirsty Ali, despite sharing the same faith, demonstrated that this does not necessarily mean they share a liking for one another. It was Leah Remini, a vocal critic of Cruise, who suggested in her book the possibility of a rift between Kirsty Ali and Tom Cruise. This was a surprise, as no one had previously thought them to be at odds. In a situation where tabloids were accusing Cruise of holding auditions for a romantic partner, Kirsty Ali came to his aid. She disputed these claims and advised that journalists should have directly approached Cruise for his version of events instead of relying on hearsay. This, she believed, would have led them to the truth. Nevertheless, Leah Remini disclosed in her book that she had heard rumors of Cruise's dislike for both Kirsty Ali and John Travolta. Following Kirsty Ali's death, suspicions about their strained relationship gained traction, especially since Tom Cruise remained silent during this period. While numerous tributes poured in for the late actress, Cruise refrained from commenting, adding to the speculation. Leah Remini. Leah Remini has been notably vocal about her disdain for the Church of Scientology and Tom Cruise in particular. She has repeatedly made her negative opinions about the actor known, seizing any opportunity to express her discontent. For instance, amidst the widespread acclaim for Top Gun: Maverick and its credited role in revitalizing the film industry, Leah Remini took to social media. She aimed to remind everyone of the purported harm caused by the film's leading actor and the secretive nature of his religious affiliation. Remini shared a TikTok on her social platforms that criticized Tom Cruise, suggesting that his public persona is merely an act. Furthermore, she commented on a widely circulated incident where Cruise was recorded shouting at crew members for not adhering to COVID-19 safety measures on set. Remini argued that his concern for health protocols was insincere and speculated that he might have intentionally leaked the footage to curry favor online. She has made bold claims about the actor and the church harboring numerous secrets, portraying their public images as carefully constructed facades. The Church of Scientology has retaliated by publicly denouncing her behavior as obsessive. If you like this video, please leave a number 9 in the comments below. Alec Baldwin. When Alec Baldwin openly criticized Tom Cruise, it caught many off guard. Speaking at Elle magazine's annual Women in Hollywood event, Baldwin touched upon the enduring issue of Hollywood's gender pay disparity. He suggested that if Tom Cruise were to reduce his asking price by $29 million, it could significantly help to address this inequality. Baldwin clarified that he wasn't looking to blame this issue entirely on one individual, but if he had to choose someone, it would be Tom Cruise. He highlighted the vast difference in their earnings by humorously comparing his own pay to the cost of Altoids in the context of one of Cruise's blockbuster films. Despite Baldwin's pointed remarks, there didn't seem to be any lasting professional tension between him and Cruise. They both featured in the 2018 film Mission: Impossible – Fallout, where the only setbacks reported on set were related to physical injuries they experienced, rather than any personal conflicts. David Miscavige holds immense power, positioning him among the world's most influential figures. Starting a quarrel with him is generally seen as a bad idea. Currently, his relationship with Tom Cruise is notably strong, verging on a brotherly bond. However, their friendship didn't start without its tensions, especially when Cruise inadvertently disrespected the Scientology leader. This friction arose during an illustrious party organized by David Miscavige to welcome a new church member. Miscavige had even arranged for L. Ron Hubbard's personal chef to cater the event, held at a lavish pool setting. Nonetheless, the celebratory atmosphere dampened when Tom Cruise arrived 4 hours later than planned, as recalled by Miscavige's father, Ron Miscavige. David Miscavige's irritation was palpable, not only due to Cruise's late arrival, but also because Cruise excused himself to sleep without partaking in the dinner. Fortunately, this initial misunderstanding was resolved shortly after when Cruise and Miscavige bonded over a ski hunting trip. Mickey Rourke. In a candid interview with Piers Morgan, Mickey Rourke didn't hold back on expressing his profound aversion for Tom Cruise. Rourke's feelings came to light when he was asked about his thoughts on Cruise's Top Gun: Maverick dominating the box office and achieving major success. Rourke was dismissive, indicating such accomplishments hold no value to him. Rourke's critique of Cruise went deeper as he admitted to not only being indifferent about Cruise, but also lacking respect for him. He criticized Cruise for essentially portraying the same role for over 3 decades. Rourke emphasized his admiration for actors who push the boundaries of their craft, naming industry legends like Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, and Robert De Niro, despite having had disagreements with De Niro in the past. Jud Apatow. Jud Apatow, hailed as one of Hollywood's top comedic writers, has collaborated with numerous major stars throughout his career. However, Tom Cruise is likely someone he won't be working with anytime soon. At the Directors Guild of America, where hosts often poke fun at the attendees, Apatow's monologue took aim at Cruise with such intensity that it left some wondering if there was a personal grudge involved. Apatow began by joking about Cruise's height and didn't stop there. He referenced some of Cruise's most notorious moments, including the infamous couch-jumping incident. Apatow then delved into more sensitive topics, criticizing Cruise's parenting issues and his outspoken stance against antidepressants. He even suggested that Cruise should take a break from doing his own stunts, quipping that a 60-year-old Cruise might be less inclined to jump off mountains if he were on antidepressants. Apatow didn't shy away from questioning whether Cruise's affiliation with Scientology was what enabled him to perform such daring feats at his age. These pointed comments made it evident that Jud Apatow harbors significant animosity toward Tom Cruise. Mark Walberg. In an interview, Mark Walberg directly addressed comments associated with Tom Cruise concerning the hardships of being away from his children during shooting, which were likened to being on military duty overseas, specifically comparing it to serving in Afghanistan. Walberg was deeply offended by this comparison and didn't hesitate to voice his disapproval. He made it clear that regardless of any intensive training an actor might undergo for a role, it pales in comparison to the real challenges faced by Navy SEALs. Walberg criticized the audacity of making such claims whilst comfortably preparing for scenes in a makeup chair. He further argued that actors who can retreat to their hotels after a day's work should refrain from drawing such parallels. If you like this video, please leave a number 9 in the comments below. Nadine Bonardi. The experience Nadine Bonardi had with the Church of Scientology was far from positive. She was allegedly presented to Tom Cruise as a partner following his separation from Nicole Kidman. The pairing was confusing for both, but they attempted to make it work in order to appease the church. It wasn't long before Bonardi realized that Cruise's loyalty to the church surpassed everything else. During a particularly distressing episode, Bonardi suffered a severe migraine that hampered her ability to process instructions from the church's leader, which enraged Cruise. In a fit of anger, Cruise confronted her aggressively, screaming in her face, then further intensified the moment by punching a desk while maintaining eye contact. Weeks later, through a church intermediary, Bonardi was informed that her relationship with Cruise was over and she needed to move on. Given these circumstances, it's understandable if Bonardi harbors negative feelings towards Cruise. Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer, renowned for his tenure at NBC and interviewing prominent personalities, had a notably contentious live interview with Tom Cruise. This exchange took place during Cruise's challenging promotional tour for War of the Worlds. By the time Cruise was scheduled to speak with Lauer, it was evident that Lauer was not inclined to ease through the interview. The conversation initially seemed routine, focusing on the movie. However, Lauer unexpectedly shifted gears, probing into sensitive topics such as Scientology and Cruise's relationship with Katie Holmes, which he insinuated might be a facade for publicity. Taken aback, Cruise visibly bristled, accusing Lauer of being glib and uninformed. Despite Lauer's persistent challenge throughout the interview, Cruise managed to keep his composure, defending his position and maintaining a semblance of control, even when the topic touched on matters close to his heart, like his son's rights. Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, both equally celebrated for their acting prowess and fame, encountered friction when they co-starred in Interview with the Vampire. The collaboration was fraught with high expectations for both. Cruise faced skepticism from the novel's author about his suitability for the role, while Pitt grappled with the pressure of sharing the screen with an actor of Cruise's caliber. Compounded by his dissatisfaction with the grim content and demanding filming conditions, Pitt experienced considerable unease and rivalry on set. Pitt perceived his character as less compelling compared to Cruise's, often feeling sidelined during production. The dynamic between them was competitive, contributing to an atmosphere of tension. Pitt metaphorically described their relationship as going in opposite directions, with Cruise heading north as he went south. Following their collaboration on this film, Pitt and Cruise have not worked together again. Pitt's sentiments towards Cruise seem to bear a tint of animosity, with rumors circulating that Pitt has labeled Cruise as completely insane. Brook Shields. Brook Shields and Tom Cruise, who were once friends and former co-stars, enjoyed a good rapport. However, Cruise's willingness to share his unsolicited opinions publicly led to tension between them. Shields' discussion of her use of medication to combat postpartum depression during a national television appearance sparked controversy with Cruise. He launched into a significant critique, implying that Shields was not well informed about the medication she advocated for, asserting that he had more knowledge on the subject. Shields, taken aback by his remarks, retorted by suggesting that Cruise should focus on his cinematic endeavors, specifically referencing his role in the 2005 movie War of the Worlds as a humorous comeback. Recognizing the error in his ways, Cruise eventually sought to mend fences. He personally visited Shields at her home to offer an apology for his earlier comments. Shields found his apology sincere enough to move past the incident and forgive him. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber proposed a fight against Tom Cruise in 2019, sparking a viral tweet that caught attention. He challenged the actor to a match, suggesting that failure to respond would imply fear. Bieber even tagged Dana White, the UFC president, to host the hypothetical fight. However, Cruise remained silent, and Bieber later clarified his intentions during an interview with James Corden. He revealed that his tweet was inspired by a recent interview with Cruise and was not meant to be taken seriously. Despite this, Bieber expressed confidence in his hypothetical fighting abilities, claiming he would emerge victorious if they were to face off in the ring. The reason behind his animosity towards Cruise remains unclear. In the captivating world of celebrity controversies, Tom Cruise's interactions and conflicts spark a wide range of opinions. From disagreements with co-stars to public disputes, his actions have certainly made waves, but what's your stance on this? If you believe the backlash against Cruise is warranted, drop a yes in the comments. If not, we want to hear your no. Share your views and don't shy away from sparking a discussion. Remember to like and subscribe to Iconic Inside for more engaging content on the highs and lows of celebrity life. Let's get the conversation started. Comment now. The tragedy of Val Kilmer is beyond heartbreaking. Have you ever sat down to watch a film utterly taken by the main actor's performance, only to later find out they've lived through hardships that are almost too hard to believe? This is the plight of Val Kilmer, an icon of the silver screen whose personal tribulations off-camera are as profoundly moving as they are heart-wrenching. Prepare to embark on an exploration into the life of a man who, despite confronting the most foreboding obstacles, never relinquished his zeal for acting. In the dazzling realm of Hollywood, where dreams are actualized and luminaries burn brightly, a few exceptional stories resonate so deeply they leave a lasting impact on our souls. Val Kilmer, a figure emblematic of innate talent, charm, and indefatigable determination, embodies such a narrative. Yet, beyond the opulence and celebrity lies a saga of incredible adversity and sorrowful episodes that will strike you with admiration for the indomitable nature of the human spirit. Tracing his path from a hopeful young actor filled with a fervor for performance, to his ascent to celebrity status, and through the grim confrontations he has endured, Val Kilmer's odyssey is one that will uplift you, stir you, and bear witness to the unfathomable resilience harbored within each of us. But before we delve into the darker chapters, let's rewind to the origins and uncover how it all began. The formative years. Val Kilmer entered this world on December 31st, 1959, in Los Angeles, California. His parents, Gladys and Eugene Kilmer, were active in the real estate sector. Val was raised with his two siblings, Mark and Wesley. As a child, Val was notably reserved and introspective, preferring the company of his own musings and creativity. However, a pivotal moment in his life would drastically alter his trajectory. At the tender age of 8, Val Kilmer's life took a turn when his parents decided to part ways. This divorce profoundly affected him, making it challenging for him to come to terms with their separation. Consequently, Val and his brothers were taken in by their father, but Val found it hard to emotionally connect with him. Reflecting on those times, Val disclosed, "I became more quiet, more introspective than outgoing, and my relationship with my father was strained for a long time." Interestingly, it was during this tumultuous phase that Val stumbled upon acting, which offered him a means of expression and an escape from his familial strife. He started attending drama classes, unaware that this hobby would eventually become the cornerstone of his career. Val's initial steps into acting were met with hurdles. At just 12, he secured a role in a hamburger advertisement, yet his integrity as an actor, even at such a young age, meant he couldn't feign enjoyment of the burgers. In a testament to his dedication to authenticity, Val chose to exit the project. Val's family was soon struck by another tragic event. At 16, he lost his younger brother Wesley, an aspiring filmmaker and Val's dearest ally, to an epileptic seizure complication. Wesley's death deeply affected Val, who admitted, "It took me about 2 or 3 years after my brother's death to really find my way back to reality." Despite grappling with profound loss, Val mustered the resilience to chase his acting ambitions. He earned a place at the distinguished Juilliard School in New York City, setting him on the path to becoming a celebrated actor. Yet, as will become evident, his ascent to fame would encounter numerous hurdles and victories. Delving into Val Kilmer's early life, it's apparent that he weathered considerable turmoil and personal loss. From his parents' divorce to the heart-rending demise of his brother, Val navigated a labyrinth of emotional challenges. Nevertheless, his enduring love for acting illuminated his path, leading him on an extraordinary journey to acclaim. After completing his education at Juilliard, Val Kilmer began to make a name for himself in the world of entertainment. His career took off with roles in noteworthy films such as the 1984 comedy Top Secret and the 1985 science fiction movie Real Genius. Yet, it was his portrayal of Iceman in the 1986 hit Top Gun that skyrocketed him to fame. His performance as the arrogant yet skilled rival of Tom Cruise's Maverick thrilled viewers and confirmed his position as a major actor. Despite his fame, Val was much more than a movie star. He was an artist at heart, dedicated to delivering genuine and memorable performances. Val's approach to acting was characterized by his use of method acting techniques, enabling him to completely inhabit his roles. His dedication to authenticity was particularly evident in his role as Jim Morrison in the 1991 biopic The Doors. Val thoroughly immersed himself in Morrison's world, adopting his physical traits, vocal tone, and even his poetic style to accurately portray the legendary yet troubled rock star. This rigorous preparation resulted in widespread praise for Val's portrayal in The Doors, further solidifying his status as a skilled and adaptable actor. However, Val's intense commitment to his roles sometimes led to tension with film directors and co-stars. For instance, during the production of The Island of Dr. Moreau in 1996, Val had disagreements with director John Frankenheimer over creative visions, resulting in a tense atmosphere on set. Frankenheimer later expressed his dissatisfaction, stating, "I don't like Val Kilmer, I don't like his work ethic, and I don't want to be associated with him ever again." Regrettably, this was not an isolated event. By the mid-1990s, Val had gained a reputation for being challenging to work with, as highlighted in an Entertainment Weekly article titled "Val Kilmer Makes Enemies in Hollywood," which discussed the difficulties some directors and co-stars encountered while working with him. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Val's fervor and meticulous approach to his roles were rooted in his deep-seated passion and his pursuit to present his utmost performance. Val himself recognized, "I have behaved poorly at times. I have behaved bravely, bizarrely to some. I'm a sensitive, intelligent human being with the soul of a clown." Despite the disputes related to his behavior on set, Val continued to offer stellar performances across a diverse array of movies. His roles ranged from the iconic Doc Holliday in Tombstone to the enigmatic Bruce Wayne Batman in Batman Forever, demonstrating his range and ability to authentically portray intricate characters on film. Reflecting on Val Kilmer's trajectory to fame highlights a journey marked by both magnificent achievements and considerable hurdles. His profound commitment to his craft led him to remarkable success, albeit sometimes straining his professional relationships. Nonetheless, Val's impact on cinema is undeniable, with his roles leaving a lasting impression on viewers and securing his legacy as one of Hollywood's most esteemed actors. As we delve into Val Kilmer's ascent to stardom, it's crucial to examine the personal adversities and financial challenges he encountered. A pivotal moment in Val's personal life came in 1996 with his highly publicized divorce from his then-wife, actress Joanne Whalley. The pair, who had initially crossed paths on the set of Willow in 1988, concluded their 8-year union amidst a whirlwind of media attention. The divorce proceedings were fraught with controversy, fueled by rumors of Val's supposed affair with supermodel Cindy Crawford. This period proved emotionally and financially draining for Val as he navigated the intricacies of co-parenting his children, Mercedes and Jack, under the relentless gaze of public scrutiny. In the aftermath of his divorce, Val's romantic endeavors remained a frequent topic in the press, with his connections to several actresses and models, including Daryl Hannah, making headlines. Yet it was his relationship with Daryl Hannah that Val described as exceedingly heartbreaking in his memoir, stating, "Lord knows I've suffered heartache, but Daryl was by far the most painful of all. The dissolution of their relationship deeply affected Val, leaving him to contend with profound emotional anguish. Additionally, Val grappled with changes in his physical appearance. Once celebrated for his rugged looks and athletic build, Val experienced significant weight gain in the mid-2000s. The relentless media coverage and derogatory headlines such as "Val Kilmer goes from Batman to Fat Man" subjected him to undue criticism and body shaming, undermining his self-confidence and compounding the challenges he was facing. One of the most profound challenges to Val's personal and financial stability emerged in 2008, necessitating the sale of a significant portion of his treasured ranch in New Mexico. Acquired in 1996 as an escape from the limelight of Hollywood, financial pressures forced him to sell much of the 600-acre estate in 2011 at a price far below his expectations. The relinquishment of this personal haven dealt a substantial emotional and financial blow to Val. During this tumultuous time, Val maintained a steady presence in the film industry, featuring in titles such as Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Bad Lieutenant Port of Call New Orleans. Nonetheless, he was privately battling a long-standing depression that had shadowed him throughout his life. Opening up in an interview, Val shared a poignant admission. "I've never not had a broken heart. I've been depressed my whole life." The level of pressure and scrutiny faced by stars like Val Kilmer is tremendous, encompassing incessant media coverage, the high demands of the entertainment world, and the difficulty of preserving a semblance of private life in the public eye. These factors can heavily impact an individual's mental and overall well-being. Reflecting on the personal and financial struggles Val faced in these years, it becomes evident that not even fame and achievement can shield someone from life's universal trials and tribulations. Val's experience reminds us that behind the successes and accolades of even the most celebrated figures lie vulnerabilities and challenges akin to those experienced by us all. Yet, unbeknownst to Val, he was on the brink of confronting his most formidable challenge yet, a battle that would put to test his resilience, his beliefs, and his very desire to persevere. We've reached the most heart-wrenching chapter in Val Kilmer's saga, his brave fight against throat cancer. Get ready, because this tale is one of phenomenal courage, grit, and an unyielding test of faith. It all started back in 2014 when Val was touring with his solo show, Citizen Twain. He began experiencing disturbing symptoms like difficulty swallowing and coughing up blood. Initially, Val attempted to downplay the seriousness of his condition, relying on his Christian Science faith, which emphasizes prayer and spiritual healing over traditional medical treatments. However, Val's children, Mercedes and Jack, recognized the gravity of his illness and urged him to get medical help. In his memoir, Val poignantly noted, "I didn't want to frighten my children by confronting my own mortality." Ultimately, the love and concern from his family persuaded Val to undergo a biopsy, which led to a devastating revelation: throat cancer. The diagnosis was a thunderous blow. Val faced the daunting path of immediate surgery to excise the tumor, followed by intense rounds of chemotherapy and radiation. The forthcoming journey was fraught with fear and uncertainty, but Val mustered the strength to tackle it head-on. The treatment was excruciatingly harsh. Val described the feeling of his throat being zapped and left bone dry. The intense therapy wreaked havoc on his body, necessitating a feeding tube and a tracheostomy to aid his breathing. Perhaps the most heartbreaking consequence was the irreversible damage to Val's voice. Once a rich, iconic baritone that defined so many of his illustrious roles. Because YouTube will prioritize interactive videos, please comment OK if you find this video interesting. Thank you. For an actor whose voice was his lifeline, losing it was a devastating blow. In his memoir, Val painfully acknowledged, "Speaking, once my joy and lifeblood, has become an hourly struggle. The instrument over which I had complete mastery is now out of my control." The emotional and psychological toll of this loss was immense. Despite such profound adversity, Val demonstrated extraordinary resilience and unwavering optimism. He leaned heavily on his faith, drawing strength and solace from his spiritual beliefs. The love and support of his family also played a crucial role, with them standing steadfastly by his side during the darkest hours. In a heartfelt acknowledgement during a Reddit AMA, Val expressed, "I am deeply thankful for all the prayers and positive energy sent my way from around the world." Gradually, Val embarked on the challenging journey towards recovery, engaging in rigorous speech therapy to adapt to his changed voice. In an unexpected and beautiful turn of events, Val's son Jack became the narrator for the 2021 documentary focused on his father's life, aptly named Val. This touching partnership enabled Val's narrative to be conveyed through the voice of his cherished son. The documentary was a true passion project for the Kilmer family. Val's daughter Mercedes played an instrumental role in meticulously going through the extensive collection of footage Val had amassed over the years, showcasing his life and career. The final product offered a candid, deeply personal glimpse into the life of a man who has confronted incredible hurdles, yet found a renewed sense of purpose and gratitude for life. Val's encounter with cancer marked a critical juncture in his life, prompting him to face his mortality, strengthen his spiritual bonds, and treasure every invaluable moment with his family. In his memoir, Val eloquently stated, "Cancer changes you. It will always be a part of my life, but it doesn't define my life." Crucially, Val has found solace and joy in the moments spent with his family. In his memoir, he reflects on the happiness he derives from being a grandfather and the profound, enduring connections he maintains with his children Mercedes and Jack. "I've been given the gift of a closer relationship with my daughter Mercedes and my son Jack, as well as my mum, now that I can speak more easily," he reveals. Reflecting on Val Kilmer's formidable fight against cancer, we're reminded of the resilience of the human spirit and the profound influence of love, faith, and persistence in overcoming obstacles. Val's tale serves as a powerful tribute to the resilience inherent in each of us, even in our bleakest times. Yet the true essence of one's legacy is not merely in how they navigate their challenges, but in the influence they have on the world and the people they reach in the process. From the heights of Hollywood to the challenges of personal struggles and health battles, Val's story is a testament to perseverance, talent, and the transformative power of love and family. If Val Kilmer's incredible journey of resilience and bravery has inspired you, or if you've ever been moved by his performances, let's see some love in the comments. Just drop a V and let's keep the conversation going. And remember, for more stories that touch the heart and stir the soul, don't forget to like and subscribe to Iconic Inside. Your engagement keeps the spirit of storytelling alive. Storytelling alive. Storytelling alive.